Okay, so I am back with another video, which is the second part of tools. I will be covering the next 6 tools, and I would be hoping that you guys have practiced the first 6. Right, so let's get to it. Also, if you guys have had any problem with the first 6, just comment on this video or maybe on that one, whatever. So the first tool I'll be covering here is the arc. As the name suggests, it makes an arc. Yeah, amazing, right? So the first point you click is the center of the arc, the center. And then you click from where you want the arc to start, right? I click here. And then the magic happens. You see the arc getting formed. So wherever you want the arc to be, whatever angle you want it to be, here it is. If you have a decided angle, then you can type in the angle, right? So if I want it to be on maybe 90 degrees, I will type in 90, and when I press enter, I get a 90 degree, right? So that's what this does. Now, another way of making an arc, the second option is an arc where you can decide the center point of an arc, like how much you can stretch the arc out, right? So you decide the starting point and the end point, and then you get a center. So the more you push it in, the bigger the circle will get. It's like a human is pushing something in, like Superman pushing something in or something like that. And when you click, here you go. The next one is also kind of the similar. Click on one point, click on the second point, and here, rather than the center, you have to decide the end of the arc, right? So you have the end and the center. I mean, I really don't know where you would need this, but you'd have the start and you would have the end, right? So you can end it wherever you want to, right? It's pretty weird. And the next one is you'll have a handle kind of a thing to decide the start of the arc, right? So the handle will be on the first point, that is the starting point, right? This is it. And the second one is like a variation in which the handle is at the end of the arc, right? So this is the start, this is the end, and you get the handle at the end. And it's like a different kind of an end, and it's not the same, but it's kind of a variation where you can adjust the end, right? So there you go. I guess me explaining all of these arcs is kind of a waste, because you won't really get them until and unless you try to use them. Let's try this start, end, and radius arc. So we get the start, we get the end, and then it's like you can decide on the radius. You can type in a radius like 10 or something and click, you get it. So basically all these tools depend on what you're trying to make. So to make everything possible for your product to be like totally in the dimension you want it to be, these tools are there. But if I'm explaining them to you, you will just get confused and nothing else. So I really want you guys to like practice, and you can't just practice by clicking on it and trying to make use the tool like this. Like I'm showcasing them to you, and then you use them. You use them once, you click on them, and you try them out. That will not make you kind of learn the tool. You will have to decide upon an object and try making it. Like you go onto your study table, you select an object, maybe a sharpener, and then you try to replicate a sharpener. And then that is when the real stuff comes. So I've been teaching Rhino to one of my friends, and I have been noting down the problems he's been having, because I've kind of explained him all the tools, but he's still kind of stuck everywhere. He's he gets stuck, not everywhere obviously, but he gets stuck in the difficult situations which aren't that difficult because I've already told him the tool. But since he's never practically used them, he kind of faces a problem. So me telling you all of these tools is like a waste of time, and you will get bored, because it is pretty boring. Like this is a tangent curve, right? So you make one circle, and then there's a tangent circle which goes through the 2 points. Now come on, me telling you, obviously you will understand it, but then it will be of no use. So I will be telling you all the 6 main tools, like what they really do. and then it's on you, it's in your common sense, and you really have to practice softwares. You cannot just get to know the tool and then you can just like put it on your resume that I know this software. You really don't until and unless you've made things with it, right? So the second tool is the rectangle tool. The first part of this is a corner to corner tool. So you click on one corner, you click on the second corner, and there you go, that's it. Now the next one is a center and a corner, right? So you decide on the center of the rectangle, and then you click on some corner, and there you go, you have a rectangle. Similar way, the 3 points rectangle, you select the start point, the end point, and the third, the width. You have to use them right now. This is like, I don't know, vertical rectangle. So you click on the start point, you click on then you have to type in a number. Now this makes a rectangle on the perspective. So that's why you don't see the top. Right? So do it again. Let's do it again. Start, the end, and the height. Right? Well, that rhymed. The next one is a rounded rectangle. This is quite helpful. Sometimes you don't have to chamfer or fillet the edges. In case you don't know what it means, don't panic. It will come to you. The first corner, the second corner, and here it is. You can even enter if you know the values and click. Simple as that. The last one is kind of a similar one, but when you make it, you will notice that the curves are a little different, right? That's this tool, and then we go to the polygon tool. So right now you can see the number is like 3, so it'll give me a triangle, right? I can enter in a value like a 5, so 5-point polygon, 5-sided polygon. So here I go, get a 5. So you just type in the number and there you go. Now again, you have the same kind of option right here, which you can just try out. They're just variations of making a polygon, like from edge to edge. If you know the value of one side, you can just make this one, and so on, right? So this is a polygon tool. The next one is fillet curves. Now for me to fillet the curve, we will use the second tool. Now here you go, the rectangle tool. You make a rectangle, and then you select the fillet curves. Right now the radius is 0.2, I will let that be. And you select on the first side, and there's like a snap. Your figure lights up on like a yellow, and that means that you've selected one side, and then you click on the second side. So don't get confused if it doesn't stay yellow, right? The second side, and here you go, you get the fillet. You click on one, click on 1, click on 2. Here you go. Now there are again like too many options. Fillet curves repeat. Like if you want the same thing to happen again and again, and you don't want to click on the right click and repeat, so you can use that one. Chamfer curves. Now we'll make another rectangle, and we'll use the chamfer curves. Click on one side, click on the second side, and here you go, you get a chamfer. I hope it's called a chamfer, right? It's not called something else. I don't know, I think it's pronounced chamfer. I don't know if you guys call it something else. Again, we have a chamfer for each, so you don't have to click on it again and again. Repeat, repeat. Fillet corners. In this case, you don't even have to click on the tool again and again. So you make a rectangle, you click on fillet corners, and you just click on the polycurve and right click or enter, and obviously enter the radius 0.5 maybe. Okay, let's do it 200. Sorry for that. I think it just there's some error or something. There you go. You have the corners. I just repeated. There was some confusion with this. I think you make a rectangle. You select the fillet corners. You select the polycurve, which is this rectangle right here, and then you select the radius, which is 0.50 right now, and you click on enter and get it, and you will get them on all the corners simultaneously, right? Isn't that amazing? It's actually quite time saving when you're making something. And now these things are like advanced. Maybe they're not that advanced, but you don't need to know all of them. And it happens many a times that you don't know the placement of the tools because I'm kind of used to typing the name of the tool. Like if I wanna rotate something, I will type and rotate. And I will not try to find the tool in the menus right here, right? I just type it. That's a good thing about the software. Next one is a surface from 3 or 4 corner points. So if you want to make a surface, click on 1, click on 2, and 3. If you want a 3-point surface, you just click on 3 points and then right click. Here you go. If you want a 4-pointed, like 4-sided surface, and you click on 4 times, like this, and then you will get it, right? In the same way, they're like surface from planar curves. So what basically it does is that if you've made like a curve, like something like that, and you want to change it into a surface, you select it, and then you select the surface from planar curves. Here you go. Now the next tool, the surface from network of curves, kind of does a similar job, but I kind of use it when I'm doing 3D stuff. So if I want to make this thing into a surface, I will just simply select surface from planar curves because it's on one plane and it's not 3D, right? And if I want to make a 3D, then I will use the surface from network of curves or loft or a surface from 2 to 3. I mean, all of these are like for 3D shapes and not for this, right? So I will get to those when we start on doing some 3D stuff and when we start on doing some products, like making some products. I mean, that's the most fun part. Maybe this video is a little boring because these tools are all very obvious, but you still need to get acquainted to them. So I will be doing videos in which I will be making products like super easy products, but you will be really using, and then I could give you guys assignments if you're serious about it. Then you can do it and then kind of learn, right? So that's about it for this one. You can make a plane from corner to corner. You can make a plane with 3 points. It's like this one is like similar to the one with the rectangle, but that just made curves. This is making surfaces. That's the difference, right? The next one I will be telling you is cutting plane. You won't be needing it right now. You're needing it when you're making something. If you're making a picture frame, it's like basically if you want to import a picture into the software that you've sketched a concept out and you kind of want to import it in. So maybe I will import this drawing. Imported this drawing and now I can kind of trace it out, right? And when you click on this and then it kind of pops up again and again, you can just lock this, right? To lock this, rather than trying to find the tool, just type in lock, right? In the Windows version, the lock is like kind of just right here on your head, so you can just see it, so you can just click on it and it's easy. But here you don't see it. I don't see it in like anywhere here, so easiest way is just type in lock and it will lock. Now when it is locked, if you try to select it, it won't select, and that's a good thing because you're trying to trace it out, so you don't want any disturbance, right? So now we can trace it. There you go. When I'm done with it, I'll type in lock again. And I select the unlock and click on the object. And it's unlocked, right? Now delete it. That's how we can use picture frames. Extrude. If you guys have used any other 3D software, you know what that means. Extrude means like kind of taking, like extruding out a curve. If you don't know the meaning of extrude, then obviously I didn't do a good job explaining it. You take an extrude. Isn't it selecting then? Right, extrude straight. Okay. I don't know why they've given it 2 times. Like they've given it here and then they've given it here. It's weird. Anyway, extrude straight. Here you go. That's the extrusion. I'm so sorry. The person who's talking outside, right? I'll just pause the video, I guess. I have no idea what she's saying. She's talking in some other language. Or we can continue. Right. The next one is extrude along curve, right? So suppose you have the same curve, but you don't want it to go like this. You want it maybe in some other direction. You want it to be like a wiggly shape or something. And like you use this one, the curve tool, which I'd shown you in the previous video. You make a curve. Now you want it to be extruded like this. So now you don't take the extrude straight, but you take the extrude along curve, right? So now you select the curve which you want to extrude, which is this one right here. And then you select the path, which is this one. And here you go. It's kind of, oops, and it's kind of weird. It's sort of weird because I just made a random curve, but it's just extruded on the path right here, right? That's extrude long curve for you. Extrude taper, it'll extrude like getting smaller or bigger, right? You can decide on the angle, you can type it here. And there's some other options where you can adjust the corners, make it sharp, smoother out. So that's tapered for you. Now we have extrude to point. Like in tapered, it kind of never merges, but you can make it merge if you type in an angle similar to that. But in this one, it just extrudes till a point, like a pointed, it makes a pointed thing, right? Then what do we have next? Like sweep, revolve, or rail revolve. These are a little like complex for right now, so I'll leave them. You just need to know all of these right now. The next one is fillet surface. Now you make a cube. Obviously, if you've been following this video, you don't know how to make a cube, so just assume that you know how to make a cube, and you've made a cube, right? Now you want the corners to be soft. You select the fillet surface. Select the first surface, select the second surface. There you go. Now it says surface, right? So you don't need to make a cube. I could make a surface from here, like a plane. I could make a plane, and then I could make another kind of plane, a vertical plane. And then I need these corners to be fillet. Outside of the fillet surface, outside the surface, outside of this surface, and yeah, that's perfect. You can decide on the angle by typing in the angle if you want to. Now, the same way you can chamfer the surfaces, right? And you can also extend the surface. Like you want to extend this edge. Did you see the difference? Like it was here, now here. So you can extend, like you can try it again. Sorry, I can try to extend the surface again. So if you want to extend this part right here, you can type in the number and enter. And you see the extension right here. That's the extent tool for you. Now these are like complicated. I mean, they're easy. Like variable radius fillet, that means if you have a cube or if you have something like a shape and you want all the corners to be filleted. I don't know if it's a word, but I'll say filleted. filleted. I don't know. So whatever. If you want all of them to be different, then you can use this. Point at it. It's very helpful. This tool is very helpful, but you don't need to know all of these right now. So yeah, I think we're already done with the 6 tools, and I really hope you guys use all these 6. And I will be back with another video. Obviously, I have to complete all these tools, and then we have to go on to 3D, and and then the end would be like making some interesting objects, and that would be more fun than these boring videos. But I kind of have to do that. Kind of have to know these tools from basics. Sometimes it happens that you think that you know everything, but when you try, you start making something, and then you're like, oh my god, I don't even know where these tools are. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. So thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, and yeah, have a good day.